Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about the narcissist passive aggressive resistance. And when it comes to these forms of behaviour, those not on the narcissist personality disorder spectrum can behave in these ways. And those who have been around narcissistic people can feel like they are behaving in these ways when they begin to create boundaries around a narcissist, as a narcissist is going to go all out to set you up so that they can call you awkward, so they can call you stubborn, so they can call you selfish, so that they can get you to question and doubt yourself, because a narcissist wants to project over to you what they're doing to you so that they can shift the blame over to you, and then the narcissist can play the victim to the reality that they have created for themselves. However, because they don't want to take responsibility for their behaviour, because they want to avoid accountability, because they want to avoid consequences for their actions, they're going to do all they can to find somebody else to blame. When it comes to a narcissist, their passive aggressive behaviour is indirect neglect, indirect harm, indirect sabotage, so that the narcissist can maintain control over you. As more often than not, a narcissist is incredibly envious of other people, with a willingness to exploit people and a lack of empathy to care for who they hurt, because they feel entitled to get their needs met, to get their own way. And if they can't get their own way, they're going to go all out to get one over on you, or get one over on someone, so that the narcissist can feel better about themselves. And a narcissist uses many different covert methods to hide the intent of their true behaviour, and they find many different methods to pass the blame and pass the intent of the narcissist behaviour on to the other person, so that the other person feels like they're to blame and does all they can to give the narcissist exactly what the narcissist wanted in the first place, not realising that the narcissist has played them to exploit them. So the narcissist resistance is that refusal to comply, and you'll often find this with things such as court orders. This shows a narcissist's true colours, because they don't believe that the rules apply to them. However, they believe those very same rules apply to you. So when it comes to court orders, they will continuously break these if they think they can get away with it. And when it is brought into question, they do not recognise where they are in the wrong. Instead, they twist it and try to make out the other person who's abiding by the court order is in the wrong, so that the other person begins to question and doubt themselves, so that the other person doesn't call the narcissist out. A narcissist, when it comes to resistance, will set a challenge that you know nothing about. They'll set a game. They'll ask you for something that might breach a court order, and if you don't do that something, they'll threaten you with a future event, claiming that they'll not do something, which is pretty irrelevant to the situation at hand. But because a narcissist has that resistance, they refuse to be told what to do, in a sense, even though they're trying to tell others what they should do. A narcissist wants to tell others how they should live their lives, but others are not allowed to tell the narcissist how the narcissist should live their life. And others aren't actually telling the narcissist how they should live their life. Others are telling narcissistic people how they shouldn't treat other people. But a narcissist doesn't want to listen to that, because they are very narrow-minded people, and because they lack empathy, they seem unaffected by what people say to them about how they're treating other people. It doesn't seem to compute within their minds. They quickly shift into the victim mindset and blame the other party. And the narcissist resistance is always done to gain a reaction from others. The narcissist resistance is done to frustrate people, to anger people, to toy with people's emotional and psychological health, to get people going so that people react to the narcissist, so that the narcissist can quickly twist the story and play the woe is me victim, to use the victim mode as leverage so that the narcissist can get their own way. There's the narcissist ruination. A narcissist will ruin anything they can for other people. If a special occasion isn't about a narcissist, they will go all out to ruin it for those around them. Whether that's delaying events, whether that's creating an atmosphere, whether that's making things more complicated, whether that's causing arguments, whether that's invalidating people, whether that's hiding car keys and then helping you look for them while invalidating you for losing the car keys that they hid from you in the first place. Because a narcissist wants to sabotage others, especially those they're envious of or those they don't feel like they're getting the attention the narcissist believes they're entitled to. They're going to go all out to deliberately disrupt people's lives, to deliberately ruin occasions so that the narcissist can feel better about who they are as a person, because they didn't get their own way. They didn't get what they wanted. They didn't get the admiration they believed they deserved. Incompletion. When it comes to a narcissist, they will often start many different things throughout their lives and never complete a single one. They often start a relationship with promises of the future to jump straight into another relationship. They'll often have a child to move in and out of that child's life as and when it suits the narcissistic parent. They can promise to do something and put it off for years, and then they can do the thing they promised they would do when you're about to walk out the door for a special occasion to hold you up, and then they'll not complete it, yet they'll blame you because you were in a rush, because you wanted to go somewhere. They would have finished it, but you didn't let them. Complication. A narcissist is going to complicate matters any way they can. They are going to give you endless hurdles to jump over so that narcissist can make life as difficult as possible for you. However, if you question them on anything, or if you say no to something, or if you don't jump over that hurdle for them, they're going to turn around to you and say, why do you have to make everything so difficult? Because this is a confession of what they are doing to you. If you have more than one child and your child's in a play, so you're going to go and watch your child at that play, and you're going to take your other children to the play to watch it, and you've got a court order that states the other parent picks the children up at a time which is going to be halfway through that play, and the other parent is going to the play to watch the play. Therefore, they could meet all three children at the same time with you, but they're going to come at you and demand that because the court order states that they should collect the children from your home at a specified time, that they will be sending someone else to collect the other two children from your home at that specified time. So they're going to make matters as complicated as possible. And the more you try to explain to them that, hang on a minute, the children are at the same place, we're at the same place, we can just meet, it's common sense, the more a narcissist is going to accuse you of breaching an order and try to use that against you. Yet they don't seem affected. They don't seem to grasp the nonsense within their communication and what they're trying to get, what the narcissist is trying to achieve. Rigid. Narcissists are very rigid people. They are very unwilling to change, only on a temporary basis if it meets a need of their own. If they can exploit somebody else. They are very unwilling to compromise with other people. You cannot appeal to the conscience of those who lack one, and narcissistic people lack empathy. So once they've made their mind up, that is their truth, and they are going to be hell-bent on sticking to it, even if you have very valid reasons as to why you should compromise, such as meeting all the children at one event. A narcissist is going to be very rigid and stick to their idea because they're very stubborn. They're not going to change their stance on things. They're not going to change their opinion. They're not going to change their thought process. They're not going to change their idea. They're going to set up as many hurdles and as many complications as possible so that they can get it exactly how they wanted, while making life as difficult as possible for you. And they will not change their stance despite of however many valid reasons you have for them doing so. They are not going to change their mind. They're going to go all out to try and get you to change yours, to frustrate you, to anger you, to bait you into that argument with them so that they can say, well, I didn't want to argue with you, and they can act all sweetness and light while you're the one left full of anger and resentment. Narcissistic people are very selfish people because they lack empathy. They lack the ability to have compassion for other people's thoughts and feelings. It's all about themselves. It's all about them getting what they want. It's all about them having things their own way. They don't want to, when it's passive aggressively done, when it's covertly done, they don't want to admit to this. They're going to play many different mind games so that they can turn around and accuse you of being the selfish one for not doing exactly what they wanted to do. As soon as you create a boundary with a narcissist, they're not going to respect this. They're going to diss this. They're going to invalidate you. They're going to intimidate you. They're going to threaten you. They're going to accuse you of being the selfish one, of being the stubborn one, projecting onto you exactly what they're doing to you. Because a narcissist is interested in their own gains, they will go through many different mind games to exploit people so that they can get things exactly how they want. If anyone has any thoughts on this video, please do add those into the comments. Thank you very much to all the returning subscribers and all your brilliant comments. I do read them. I don't always have time to comment, but I do try and like as many as I can. If you are new to the channel, I'm Elizabeth Shaw. The channel is all about the narcissist personality disorder. If you do find the information helpful, please do subscribe. If you're looking for further help and support in understanding and overcoming narcissistic and emotional abuse, I do have several online guides available, and those teachable links are in the video description. If you're looking for someone to speak to, I have partnered with BetterHelp, and their sponsored link is also in the description. Go out there and create the day that you deserve, because you do deserve to have an amazing day. Bye.